Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I hope you guys out there are having a great day. I know I'm having a really grateful day. I feel like I'm having feels like I'm already at the end of the day. It's weird because I feel like I'm at the end of the day in terms of emotions and how like energy levels. I'm not really drained, but I'm more just calm, rooted. And rooted in my gratitude. I don't want to be that guy that's like, it's all about gratitude. But it is to a certain extent. It's about the things that I have and noticing the things I have more and more. The more I look at things I don't have, like the more I complain, the more I start realizing the things I'm grateful for. Not really the things I should be grateful for. Let me explain. I don't really like to think of things like, oh, you should be grateful for this. Like, only if you're at that point in your life, you know what I mean? And I really do think I am at that point in my life, and I'm at that point of the beginning stage. And the beginning is especially because you don't have much. So to be grateful for what you have it's tricky, right? Because you haven't made much and you're just complaining, and this is the part where most people quit. It's another thing. Most people don't quit after they made $1 million a year. That's the hard part, is getting them to quit after they've already succeeded. And yeah, I woke up with this feeling of, I wouldn't say joy, but okay, let's do it. This weird motivation of like, okay, let's do it. And I know the next 2 days are going to be not hard, but they're going to be average, like my usual hours that I do. And after that, it's like the next 2 days after that, it's a bit of a break, a 2-day stretch of a break, because of certain things that I have going on that are pretty exciting. So, it's going to be tricky getting back to it. But right now, I'm kind of just looking forward to those days. And it's the last day of 2 weeks into 2024. We're only 2 weeks into 2024, and this is the last day of it. It's January 14th today. So, yeah, it's real exciting. It's really, really exciting and renewed and fresh. This year's starting off really good for me. Really, really good. So I just have to keep it up and keep it going. And it's obviously easier said than done to keep it up and keep going. I do understand that, and I realize the journey that I have ahead. But Chris Pratt said this thing about losing weight that I love. He said, well, if I'm planning to be alive in 6 months, if I want to keep living and keep going about my life in 6 months, I might as well be in shape. Like, I can look 2 different ways 6 months from now. What do I choose? And he picked, and he got shredded for Guardians of the Galaxy, and he looks great, right? And he looked great. And that's kind of how I feel about this right now is, where do I see myself in 6 months? Well, I could see myself in 6 months doing this. And I could see myself in 6 months regretting that I quit or stopped. And how realistic that vision is in my head is what scares me the most. It really, really does. It terrifies me because I know it could happen. I know that one day, randomly, out of nowhere, I just, bang, I'm done. I'm quitting. Let me go watch a movie. And just enjoy myself and live my life and be sloppy. And of course, it's not like that. And every day I work out, I have that little piece of me that wants to quit when I'm at set 2 or set 3, where I'm just like, I'm already in the beginning. Like, let's just quit. And I just never really pay it any mind and never really think about it. I've said this before, though. I've said that it's life-changing in terms of like doing a lot of hours and working has been life-changing for me as someone who's 19 trying to run this e-commerce business. Is the biggest thing is that everything else in life feels free, and it feels freeing, everything else in life. And I finally feel like I have tangible things when I'm done working. Yesterday really exasperated? Yeah, I think that's a word. It exasperated that feeling. It exaggerated that feeling. And I was talking to my family, and yeah, it really, really made me feel really rooted and really, really grounded for the day that was to come, which is today. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to do some beats, finish off the White Lotus, and then do 2 hours of producing today. So that should be fun. See you there. I just finished making some beats, so now I'm kind of in the middle of the day, but it feels like the middle of the day. It's really not. I only have about 2 hours left before I'm done with my day, and yeah, I mean, it's been pretty cool so far. You know, I made my beats, and not really made, I'm mixing them, but then it's really difficult because I'm not getting a lot done, and during the mixing process, I'm getting a lot of messages back from people, so it's tricky because I'm kind of just doing both. You know, I'm both making beats and emailing people back. Not emailing, emailing them beats, whatever it is. And it's really tricky, and I haven't sold a product. And is that upsetting? Yeah. It's annoying, but it's a part of the process. That's what I think. I think it's the fact that it's annoying is a part of the process. And we'll see if I really think that based on decision, right? We'll see if I keep deciding to do this. And I think my prices are pretty high, because I'm offering a unique value. And I think no one was really offering what I'm offering. So I feel like I can charge that much because it's so unique. And yeah, I don't know. It's like maybe it'll blow up in my face. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see. But I trust that in 3 months, 4 months, I'm already going to have a new insight on it. I trust in 5 months, I'm going to have a new insight on it. Insight and knowledge will just keep rolling in no matter what I do, no matter how I live. Whether I decide to do certain things or not, insight is always going to run my decision making. And right now I don't have a lot of insight. I've only been doing this for a couple weeks. I mean, think about that. It's only been a couple weeks. So I'm not really jumping to conclusions. I'm more jumping to conclusions on switching the order of my day. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm definitely going to switch things in certain orders just to change things up. Honestly, no reason. I'm like, just to change things up. I don't really love the way it is now. I'm not attached to it. And yes, I'm just going to switch that up, and I feel like I'm moving forward while also staying in the same place. It feels like you're swimming against the current, right? And I've done that before. I have swam against the current, and it sucks. And there's no way out, and it's what you feel like. You feel like you're getting pushed back while trying to swim, and you stay in the same place. It sucks. And yeah, to a certain extent, that's how this feels. This can have moments where I get to a place in my mind where it doesn't feel like I'm moving. How do I combat this in real time? Right? And this is why I wanted to show you guys this side of me, and this is why I'm starting this YouTube channel in the first place, for moments like this. How do I combat that? Because I feel that feeling right now, right? How I combat that is, right now, I'm not going to make a decision based on that. No decisions will be based on the feeling that I have. It won't dictate anything. Number 2 is, now, if I keep going, it'll give me even more reason. So what I mean is, if I keep going despite this feeling, which I am, when I get there to tomorrow and the day after that, less things are going to hold me back. So if the feeling rises up again, it's not going to affect me because it didn't affect me before. And yeah, it can compound. You can say, well, I've been doing it for this amount of days and this amount of days and nothing's happened. Well, that's what treading water is. That was my point with the swimming thing, is that Gary Vee has this quote where whoever holds their breath the longest wins. And I agree. I don't just agree. I bet it all on that. And I'm betting it all right now, in this moment. Betting everything on the fact that if I do this YouTube channel, if I do this TikToks and Instagrams and cold outreach, right? That eventually with a plan, but eventually it'll lead to something grandiose, something that I could be proud of. Because pride, I think pride is something we hold near and dear. It's definitely something I hold near and dear. Pride, it's the thing that, to a certain extent, can kill a man. You know, pride, it's terrifying. But when you're proud of yourself, really proud of yourself, and you could think that when you were a little kid, that person would be proud of you, what else is better? Nothing. Not one thing. Nothing is better. Not accomplishing any feat or getting the money, the girl, whatever you want. I do think that having someone, even if it's fictional, right? A hypothetical you as a little kid, even if you think that person would be proud of you, I mean, you already made it. And I feel like I've already made it to a certain extent because of that. Because I keep going and I keep pushing. And usually when I keep pushing, it feels like I'm going to create so much pressure that the bubble's just going to burst. Now it doesn't feel like that. Now it feels like I'm pushing so much that this is my everyday. And getting used to this being my life. Every day will be that piece of suffering, that piece of anxiety. But how we deal with anxiety is what creates personality traits. Well, he's the type of person to do X, Y, and Z, right? When I dealt with anxiety in the past, it was a place I didn't want to be in, or a place that I didn't think I should be in. And it wasn't my personality. It wasn't who I was. You know what I mean? Now I feel like I want that again. But I think that I am everything I said I was going to be. You know what I mean? I'm trying to formulate the idea, but it's tricky because I feel like I'm not moving forward and I want that old life back where I could just hang out. But I think that I'm doing better than I ever have. Confliction. All right, so I'm going to go edit some videos, record some videos, and I'll see you guys after that. I just finished everything that I want to do for the rest of the day, and I feel great. I feel far more better than I did before, you know? Far better. Not even close, not even comparable. Because I started focusing so much more on everything that I'm fortunate for, you know, everything that I forgot I had in the first place. And a lot of that for me is little memories. And for a lot of people, I think it's similar, you know, little memories and little moments that you and me might cherish forever. I think this is one of them. Because I was so stressed today, and I was so anxious today, and I was so tired and sick of doing these same routine. And all of a sudden, I think of myself in the future looking back and going, yeah, I miss that. I miss being in this room and having all these mini responsibilities. I really do. I already miss it. I'm in it and I miss it. You know, I'm finally fortunate for something. And I'm finally grateful for something while being in it. If that makes sense. While I'm in the something. I'm in the annoying part, the hustle phase, whatever you want to call it. I'm in it. And I'm already grateful for it. And obviously grateful for you guys, whoever watches and whoever's seeing these videos, even if it's future me. This goes to show that emotions, it's the right word. They're so deceiving, emotions. they'll tell you one thing, then change their mind on a whim. I think people in general maybe are like that. I know I have moments where I'm like that, where I just change my mind just now, today. Just change my mind on a whim, just like that. And, the latter half of the day, like what I did before, between the editing and the filming, I ran through it. I ran right through it. Killed it, some would say. And did far better than I expected to do. And now sitting here, I'm just like soaking in the remnants of that. Of seeing and envisioning these moments in the future and in the past and now. These different versions of me. And I have almost this will to survive. I was listening to this Elton John song, I'm Still Standing. He has this line that says that he's like a child, I think. He says he's like a child, and I found that to be interesting. Because I feel the same way. I'm still standing, man. A lot of things that I've been through, it's not crazy things I've been through, but a lot of things I've been through could have definitely knocked me on my butt. But I'm still standing, dude. No matter what, I think I always will be. I won't metaphorically take a seat. I won't give in, so to speak. I won't stop fighting till I get what I think I should have, which is a perfect system. It's not money. It's not the perfect wife or the perfect kids or anything material. It's actually the perfect system. Waking up and having the perfect system. And the perfect system is subjective. I think it's from person to person. That's my opinion. I don't think that there's one right answer for the perfect system, Different people have their own opinions, and that I think that's fair. You're you. You're going to have different strengths and you're going to have different weaknesses than me. So the real question is, what are the takeaways and what are the decisions that you're going to make or I'm going to make when I'm in anxiety and I'm in that anxiety loop next? What are the decisions that we're going to make? Are we going to let it dictate our lives? Are we going to let it bring you back to hell? Back down? Because it's definitely not up. Definitely not up. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not up, For me, I don't want that to happen. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to do everything in my power, doing a podcast, filming, whatever it is, to make sure that doesn't happen. And it doesn't mean I can stop the feeling. I cannot stop the feeling. But, which means, the feeling's going to come back. And I'll greet it with open arms. Say, hey, buddy, how you doing? I always did think I was my biggest enemy, No one else. Because no one else compares and no one else no one else knows me as well. No one else compares in terms of their relentlessness. Even the relentlessness for being lazy. I haven't really met many people that have this much relentlessness for being lazy as I do. I met a couple. Now that I think about it, I met a couple, but yeah. I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, I come out with them literally every single day, so tune in.